Hello, everyone, and welcome to Speech. I am Amery Bodelson, your instructor for this 15-week summer 2020 session of Speech through Western Technical College. I wanted to say hi, put a face to a name and a voice, and walk you through some of the things on our Blackboard shell to get you familiar with how it works and how to access your online textbook. So hopefully all of you have checked your email this morning, read through your announcements, and seen my two announcements that are already up on Blackboard. You will see the longer one that goes through the speech requirements. This is a online speech class. That means that you will be recording your speeches through the online text software, and that two of your speeches, the middle two, do require an audience. And so in these times of COVID, you might not be able to access readily for adults to watch your speech. So we will make arrangements as necessary to put ourselves together via Zoom so that you can present to me and a few of your other classmates. And as the times get closer to those two speeches, I will send out some emails and request some data from you as far as what dates and times work best for you. So don't sweat too much about that yet. And I wanted to walk you through some of the things I want you to pay attention to this first week. So when you log into Blackboard, please always check your announcements, because that's where you will see the weekly reminders and any important updates that I might have to give you, such as due date changes or assignment changes. And then you're going to go to the assignments link. You will see here that the top link called Online Speech 120 Speech 2020, and I have 3 sections of speech, and I'm only going to do one video, so the 100 will differ depending on what course number you're in. And so when you see that link, that is the link to always get you to your textbook. The other links under here are your speech assignments and rubrics. So if you click that folder, you will see all of the speeches that you will be doing this term, speech 1, 2, 3, and 4, and then outlines that you can use. And then underneath that, you will see week by week the assignments that you'll be doing. So for this first week, I have given you a what's due and when. And so every week you will have assignments due Wednesdays and Sundays by midnight. That means that you'll have assignments both on Blackboard. So let's say you write up a rough draft of your speech, you'll submit that via Blackboard, but then you'll also have assignments due related to the course content via your textbook, so chapter readings and chapter quizzes. And so take a look to see which is which. Everything that is due through MindTap will always have this little blue icon next to it, so that will take you to the MindTap online textbook. So for this first week, I'm asking you to log in, browse around, read some of the introductory materials, including Speech 1, what you'll be doing for that, and then I'd like you to introduce yourself on the discussion board. This helps me and your classmates get to know you and your name and your interests a little bit more quickly. If you do have a picture, that'd be great. If you don't and don't want to share it, that's fine too. I'm a visual learner, and seeing your faces helps me to remember names a little bit more quickly. So for the first week, I have you doing a couple chapter readings and a couple chapter quizzes and introducing yourself. In order to get to your online textbook, you are going to, as I said, click this top link. It's always there. It's a static link, meaning it will stay there all the time. And you're going to click that. And the page that you see next is not going to look like my page, because I've already registered for this class and I've already enabled my pop-ups. So you will see under the announcements that I've asked you to enable pop-ups in order to make your textbook work properly. And depending on what platform you're using, the directions will be a little bit different. Once you have enabled those pop-ups and you're able to see a screen that pops up, it will ask you what kind of subscription you want. If you're taking other courses this summer that require Cengage texts, you might want to do the unlimited. If this is the only course you're taking that requires a Cengage online text, you don't need to do that. You can do the cheaper option. So pick your subscription level, and then it will ask you to register. I believe it usually asks you for your name, date of birth, and then an access code. When you bought your textbook access code from the bookstore, and probably most of you had it sent to you this summer, you should have received a little card that has numbers that you input, and then that will get you into the online text. You usually have, I believe, 6 months access to it. And if you don't have the funds right now and you're waiting for financial aid, there is, I believe, a 14-day free trial for the online text that will get you in and allow you to do the assignments. And then once you purchase access, everything will seamlessly transfer. You don't need to worry about that. So once you're in here, you will see there are 2 viewing options. I liked this one that is the calendar option that shows you what's coming each week. So Wednesdays and Sundays, what do I have to do? So I conceive here that by Wednesday, I need to do this practice assignment. I need to read chapter 1 and do quiz 1. For each of your quizzes, you are allowed to take them 3 times, and the software will take your best score of those 3. So if you take it, get a 3 out of 10, don't like that score, you can take it 2 more times and it will record your best. So all of the chapters that you read in this text will have a quiz associated with it. And this MindTap software is also where you will be recording your speeches, where your peers can watch your speeches and give feedback, and where I can give feedback to you. So that's one of the reasons that we chose this online text, because in an online speech setting, it can be difficult to set it up, especially when you're not meeting at the same time. So when we get closer to you giving your speech, I will walk you through where to go and how to do that. You can certainly play around in here. There's lots of icons and buttons over here on the right-hand side. Some pretty cool tools within this textbook. I use some of them. I don't use others, but there's a built-in database, and as I said, recording options within the textbook that make it one of the reasons why we chose it. So in this particular interface, you can see you have a couple assignments coming up, and you can go through and work week by week. If you want to work ahead and read chapters and take quizzes ahead of time, maybe you have a good chunk of time and you want to get some stuff done, you're certainly welcome to work ahead. That is perfectly fine. So that's your online text. Cengage technical support. Cengage can be kind of a bugger sometimes. There can be issues. Sometimes you'll get a bad request error. Sometimes your internet will drop and it will say that you've been logged out. So expect there to be a few issues here and there, but I want you to get comfortable with calling the 1-800 number for Cengage, because we're all working off of different platforms, different computers. I can't always easily help you, but they can. You can share your screen with them. They can diagnose what's going on, and usually it's pretty painless and 5 to 10 minutes on the phone. So keep track of that number, keep it handy, and don't be afraid to use it. I'm not a big phone call person. I don't like talking on the phone, but I've done it with them, and they've been pleasant, and it's been pretty painless. So don't be afraid to use that. The contact information is all of the access that you have to our services on campus as you can get to them this summer with COVID. And then my information. I'm not on campus this summer because of COVID. I'll be teaching from home in my second bedroom, but I am happy to arrange to talk to you via email or phone or Zoom or Skype or whatever works. So if those office hours don't work, then that's fine. We'll find a time that does. And then for your syllabus and schedule, the syllabus, as with all classes, will give you an overview of some of the guidelines and grading information. And then the summer weekly class calendar, if you are a person who likes to have it laid out what you're doing each week, click that. It will give you a what's due Wednesday, what's due Sunday each week, and kind of give you a overhead view of what we're doing this summer. So that is your Blackboard shell and your information on how to access your online text and kind of the week by week folders. If you have questions or concerns, please do email me. Because I'm not on campus, I'm not able to get to my work phone, but I am able to see voicemails. So I have a few waiting for me this morning that I'll be responding to soon. So that is a short overview of speech. If you have questions, concerns, comments, please drop me an email and we can find a way to connect. I look forward to working with each of you and helping you to become stronger, more confident speakers. Take care.